Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars, and let me see what spring is like on Jupiter.
Hi, this is Tony Sarasa with Homeschool Astronomy. You know, being known as a gas giant may not be considered a compliment if you're a person, but if you were a planet, it kind of makes you a big deal. Jupiter and Saturn are gas giants, and I'm doing this particular vlog right now because they are both visible in the night sky. I'll help you find them in a minute. When a planet has a solid surface, it's called a terrestrial planet, like Earth or Mars. When a planet does not have a solid surface, it's called a non-terrestrial planet. This includes planets like Jupiter and Saturn, which are mostly made of gas. They may have a solid core, but they are really one big storm. They're big, at least compared to terrestrial planets in our solar system. Many of the exoplanets, or the planets that we found circling other stars in other parts of the galaxy, are gas giants as well. We were able to find them more easily first because they are larger and block a lot more of their own star's light, which is kind of how we find many of the exoplanets. Our gas giants, especially Jupiter, act as comet catchers for us by pulling in with their strong gravity large space debris like comets, resulting in the Earth's being in quite a safe zone in our solar system. Jupiter is like a shield to us. We actually got to see one of these comets strike Jupiter in 1994. As it approached the planet, comet Shoemaker-Levy broke into large chunks and hit Jupiter like a multi-car freight train. If this comet had hit the Earth, it would no longer be inhabitable. Even on Jupiter, it left what looked like bruises in its oceans of gases. You may have heard Jupiter's Great Red Spot. It's a storm, many times larger than the Earth, and it's been raging for at least 350 years. How do we know that? Well, Gian Domenico Cassini, a good Italian, first made note of this so-called permanent spot on Jupiter. We're assuming that that is the Great Red Spot that we see today. This was in the 1600s that it was first seen. You may notice that the Great Red Spot has gotten smaller over the last 20 or 30 years. Jupiter and Saturn are covered with such spots, waves and colorful swirls. Of course, the standout feature on Saturn are not the storms, though it has some beautiful and large ones, but its rings. Though the existence of Jupiter and Saturn have been known before recorded history, until the creation of telescopes in the 1600s, no detailed observations of their surfaces were possible. In other words, the fact that planets could have rings was not on anyone's radar. When the rings were first spotted, the telescope resolution was so poor that they just looked like bumps on the side of the planet. The planet looked like it had ears. We really didn't know what they were until the telescopes got better. You know, Saturn has the consistency of a milkshake. I wonder what flavor it would be. If you tasted it, you wouldn't be able to tell anyone the flavor because the hydrogen and helium gases that it's made of are poisonous. Jupiter and Saturn are both visible in the night sky right now. And even if you're watching this video later, one or the other are almost always visible in the night or morning sky, or many times both of them. Even with a small backyard telescope, you can see Jupiter and 4 of its moons, and you can easily see Saturn's rings. Saturn right now is almost due south and will stand out as the brightest star in that area. You need to catch Jupiter very soon because it's about to set before the sun goes down. So right now, if you want to catch it, look due west. You're going to see 2 bright stars. The brighter one is Venus. The dimmer one, though still very bright, is Jupiter, and it's going to go down right after the sun. It looks real nice though, and it's easy to spot because it's due west, near where the sun goes down. This is Tony from Homeschool Astronomy wishing you a starry night.
Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars, and let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars.